Did you know that starting October 2025, many Social Security, SSI, and VA recipients may see higher payments or changes, and you might qualify even if you weren't before? Stay tuned. I'll walk you through who qualifies, what's new, what to watch for, and what steps you should take today. Hello, everyone. My name's Your Name, and I've spent years helping seniors and retirees understand their benefits and make the most of what they're entitled to. Today, we're diving into the October 2025 Social Security raise and related updates. Specifically, who qualifies for the new payment, what's changed for Social Security retirement benefits, SSI, SSDI, VA benefits, stimulus check rumors, Medicare, and other programs many seniors depend on. I deeply understand how important every dollar is in retirement, and I want you to finish this video feeling more confident about your benefits. This update is timely because 2025 brings a few key shifts: a cost of living adjustment, COLA, already in effect, new rules under the Social Security Fairness Act, scheduled changes in payment timing, and some unusual quirks this October, like double SSI payments. Plus, with inflation still a concern, many seniors are asking, will my benefits keep up? So let's get into it. Let's begin with Social Security retirement benefits. That's what many people think of when they hear Social Security. In 2025, Social Security and Supplemental Security Income, SSI, benefits already got a 2.5% increase via the annual COLA. That means everyone receiving retirement benefits, disability benefits, or survivor benefits saw their monthly checks go up by that 2.5% starting in January 2025. That raise is already baked in. When we talk about a raise in October, we're mostly looking at timing quirks, special eligibility edges, or new rules that affect how much you get going forward. One major change as of January 2025 comes from the Social Security Fairness Act, signed into law on January 5, 2025. That law repealed two long-standing penalties, the Windfall Elimination Provision, WEP, and the Government Pension Offset, GPO. What this means in practice is that many people who receive a government pension, for example, from state or local employment that didn't pay into Social Security, or those who were previously hit by the WEP reduction, will see their Social Security benefit go up or at least stop being unfairly reduced. If you were affected by either WEP or GPO in the past, now's an especially good time to check your benefit statement or your My Social Security account to see if your monthly amount increased in mid-2025. Now, how about October 2025 specifically? In a normal month, Social Security retirement benefits are paid out on the second, third, and fourth Wednesday, depending on your birth date, unless you started receiving benefits before May 1997. Those older cases follow a different schedule. In October 2025, payments will be issued starting Oct 8 and concluding October 22, following that standard birth date schedule. Importantly, October also marks a shift. As of October, all Social Security payments must be made electronically via direct deposit or the Direct Express card. Paper checks are being phased out with a compliance deadline of September 30, 2025. If you've been relying on a paper check, you'll want to make sure your banking information is up to date. Next, let's turn to SSI, Supplemental Security Income. SSI is different from Social Security retirement. It's a needs-based program for people age 65 or older, or blind or disabled, who have limited income and assets. In 2025, the federal maximum SSI amount is $967 for an individual and $1,450 for a couple. What's unusual this October is a double SSI payment phenomenon. Because November 1 falls on a Saturday, the SSA moves that payment earlier, so in October 2025, SSI recipients will receive one payment on October 1 for October and another on October 31, which covers November. So you'll see two deposits in October, but this is not extra money beyond what's due. It's about timing. If your regular monthly SSI is, say, $967 or somewhat less after deductions for income or state supplements, that's what you'll see twice this month, accounting for any offsets. This timing quirk happens occasionally when the calendar and weekends holidays align in a certain way. If you notice two payments, don't panic. It's intentional this year. Also, because paper checks are being phased out, make sure your account information is current so the deposits are successful. Now switching to SSDI, Social Security Disability Insurance. That's the program for people who worked and paid Social Security taxes but now are disabled and can't work. SSDI benefit amounts depend on your earnings history and the Social Security formula. The 2.5% COLA for 2025 also applies to SSDI recipients. That means your benefit is already adjusted as of January 2025. Because SSDI is a Title II program, just like retirement, your payments follow the same Wednesday schedule based on your birth date. If you receive SSDI, the October payment arises somewhere between October 8th and October 22nd, depending on your birth date bracket. Now you might wonder, what about stimulus checks in 2025? Is there a new round for SSI, SSDI, or VA beneficiaries? As of now, there is no official federal approval for a new general 1800 stimulus check. Some rumors circulate on social media, but the IRS, SSA, and VA have not announced any new universal stimulus payments. That said, if there were a stimulus or relief payment, many SSI, SSDI, and VA recipients would likely be eligible automatically, as in past programs. But until there's a confirmed announcement from the government, you should treat any messaging claiming you're guaranteed a stimulus check with great caution. Scams are common. Speaking of VA benefits, Veterans Affairs, if you receive VA disability compensation or pension, there is no scheduled raise tied to Social Security COLA. Those are separate. However, veterans' disability benefits often also receive their own annual adjustments. While no new nationwide stimulus has been confirmed for VA beneficiaries in October, if there is one, it would likely mimic past rounds in being delivered automatically. Always keep your direct deposit and contact info current with the VA, so if there is a distribution, it gets to you without delay. Also, please note that receiving VA benefits does not disqualify you from Social Security, SSDI, or SSI. Many veterans receive a mix of these. Let's talk briefly about Medicare and how healthcare costs tie into all this. Medicare premiums, particularly Part B, which covers doctor services, outpatient care, etc., often increase annually. In 2025, many seniors are concerned that the increase in premiums might eat into the benefit of COLA raises. Some experts forecast that Medicare Part B premiums could jump quite significantly in 2026. Estimates range up to 11.5% increase, which would mean a premium of about $206.20, up from $185 in 2025. If Part B or other premiums rise sharply, that could swallow a large portion of your COLA adjustment. For that reason, maintaining low-income assistance eligibility, if applicable, and planning for medical costs is critical. Another key point, especially for seniors on fixed incomes, is that inflation remains a major worry. The COLA increase depends on inflation as measured by the Consumer Price Index for urban wage earners and clerical workers, or CPIW. Because Congress and the White House have not finalized funding, the government shutdown has delayed the release of September 2025 CPI data, which in turn delays the official 2026 COLA announcement until about October 24, 2025. The Sun. +4. Experts generally expect the 2026 COLA to land in the 2.7–2.8% range. The good news is that current benefits are unaffected by the delay. Your retirement, SSDI, SSI, and VA checks continue uninterrupted. Given all of that, How do you know whether you qualify for the new payment or how much extra you might see? First, if you already receive Social Security Retirement, SSDI, SSI, or VA, you generally qualify for adjustments you're entitled to, COLA increases, removal of WEP/GPO, etc. If you believe you are unfairly excluded or underpaid in prior years, now's a great time to dispute or request a benefits review through My Social Security or your local SSA office. Make sure your earnings records and benefit statements are accurate. If you're nearing eligibility, for example, turning 62 or becoming disabled, these legislative changes make checking your potential benefit more attractive than ever. Also, be very careful of scams. As newspapers and agencies remind us, some fraudulent messages claim there's a new bonus check or stimulus requiring you to pay a fee or share personal data. SSA, VA, or IRS will never ask for such upfront fees or gifts of your information to deliver benefits. Always use official portals, SSA.gov, VA.gov, to verify and update your information. I want to pause for a moment and say to you, especially to those managing limited income, I know how stressful it can be when rising costs strain your budget. Inflation, medical costs, housing, these all pinch hard. But these adjustments and legislative changes are tools you deserve to use, not just hope for. If you haven't already, checking your benefits, advocating for corrections, and making sure your contact and banking info are current can help ensure you're not leaving money on the table. If you've discovered a change or got a higher check this October, I'd love for you to share your experience below. It helps others know what's real and what to expect. Before I end, just a few actionable steps for you to take right now. Log into your My Social Security account and review your current benefit amount and earnings record. Verify that your direct deposit or bank account is correct, especially if you use paper check now. If you're a veteran, ensure your VA information is up to date. Keep an eye on the SSA or BLS announcements around October 24 for the 2026 COLA, and gather documentation, birth certificate, tax records, pension statements, in case you need them. Or you need to appeal or adjust your benefit. To summarize, in October 2025, the raise many people see is mostly the result of the 2.5% COLA already applied, the elimination of WEP/GPO under the Fairness Act, and a timing quirk for SSI that results in 2 payments this month. Retirement and SSDI payments follow your standard schedule between Oct 8 and Oct 22. SSI gets 2 deposits, Oct 1 and Oct 31. No confirmed new stimulus check exists right now. Expect your benefits to continue and watch for the 2026 COLA announcement after the government completes its CPI release. Keep your info up to date, stay watchful for scams, and if something seems off, reach out to SSA or the VA promptly. Thank you for spending this time with me. If you found this video useful, please hit the like button, share it with a friend or family member who might benefit, and consider subscribing so you don't miss updates like the 2026 COLA announcement. If you have questions, did my payment go up, or should I appeal WEP/GPO removal? Drop a comment below, and I'll try to help or point you to resources. Wishing you stability, clarity, and peace of mind as you navigate these benefits. And I'll see you in the next video.